Yes, and I'm going to put it out there to anyone who remembers to take screenshots of the gallery because I know I will forget. Um, okay, so welcome everybody to the founding meeting of Conscious Women Connect Incorporated Association.
Ooh,
Oh my
That's
gosh,
very
it sounds
very
so
official.
fancy.
Fancy.
So before we head into the formalities of tonight, I would just like to ask if everyone feels okay to just settle themselves down, and if you feel okay to close down your eyes or just have a soft gaze. I just want to bring us into the space and do an acknowledgement of country and just really honor all of us coming together in this incredibly historic moment of the beginning of such a big adventure for all of us. So I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands on which each of us all around the Northern Rivers today is meeting. And we pay our deepest respects to elders past and present, and extending that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. We acknowledge that the enduring connection that First Nations people have to country, community, culture, and each other. And we honour that wisdom, that resilience and care that's been shared across these lands for countless generations. And as we gather to establish Conscious Women Connect Incorporated, may we do so with humility, respect, and gratitude, recognizing that we are building community on lands where community has been nurtured for millennia. And may the work we do continue to strengthen connection, belonging, and care for one another. And may we always strive to walk alongside the communities we serve with openness, respect, and integrity. And I also want to honour the women that have come before us, the women that have borne the pain and the suffering and have passed their strength and their endurance and their resilience and their fortitude down to us as we, in this beautiful world that we live in today, where we have the ability, the resources, and the community around us now to create this magic and to bring this back to this beautiful land, to our world, to be able to ripple it out to communities, to families, to our children, to support the men on their journey as they move into their divine masculine. And there was so much gratitude in my heart for each and every one of you who has stepped into Conscious Women Connect and made this a possibility. You are my why. You are my reason for getting out of bed every single day. And I am just so deeply honored to lead you, to hold my vision that you take and you run with and you feed back to me. And between all of us, we are just like this incredible ball of light that just keeps getting bigger and stronger and more powerful. And as it spreads across the land, it's healing us, it's healing Mother Earth, it's healing our children. And so thank you from so deep within my heart for the opportunity to do this. And I'm so excited to see where this freight train ends up. And so just coming back into the space now, just allowing your body just to land back in this beautiful meeting as we begin to flow into our inaugural meeting. And all of you, I believe, I It's really by consensus. If you're showing up today, you're agreeing to become a member of Conscious Women Connect. So thank you for that. That's so exciting. And the purpose of this meeting today is to formally establish Conscious Women Connect as an incorporated association under the Associations Incorporation Act 2009 and to adopt the Constitution and appoint our inaugural committee. Thank you for letting me reflect on that. So, tonight isn't about changing what we've built. You know, what started with one coffee has built to 1,500 women. It's built to, well, it was 12. We've now got 14 hosts where we have, I mean, we had 9 gatherings just this week. So this isn't about changing anything. It's just about creating a really strong foundation. So we as a community can continue to grow sustainably. We can have support and I can move into this in a more aligned and full-time capacity. I just feel like there's been such a shift recently that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I need to be doing this with full focus now. The opportunities are popping up literally everywhere. If I had time, I would tell you about the incredible meeting I had yesterday morning, the information they gave me, like the ripple effect is beginning. So I'm so incredibly grateful that each and every one of you has chosen to help steward this next chapter with me. So I would like to confirm, I have like a huge list of members here. I don't think I need to run through all of the women that put their hand up, but what would be really amazing is that we just need to move. So for each one of these we have a motion. So the motion that the individuals on the agenda become the inaugural members of Conscious Women Connect Incorporated, and so that's, I've moved that, and I just need one of you to second that. So would anybody like to second
I
that?
can.
Jules, thank you. I'm writing your name right there. Wonderful. I better write my name down there as well. So that has been carried. I will change that to carried. Lovely. So resolution to incorporate. The motion is that Conscious Women Connect apply to become an incorporated association under the Associations Incorporation Act 2009. Would anybody like to second that movement?
I will.
Millie, thank you so much. I'm getting better at your surname. At spelling it right. So that motion has been carried. Thank you very much. I did send the Constitution out to everybody. So I'm kind of just assuming you've all read the Constitution, and I can give you a brief overview of it. So essentially it gives you the purpose, the vision, the values, how we set up our governance, and the future growth. Does anybody need me to go through this in greater detail, the Constitution, or have you had a chance to have a look?
I've looked at it.
I've skimmed over it, yeah.
I had a skim.
Excellent. Would anyone want me to talk about this in greater detail?
I think
Okay, so I move the motion that the Constitution presented to this meeting be adopted as the Constitution of Conscious Women Connect Incorporated. Would anybody like to second that?
yes, I would.
Yes, thank you, Jo.
Really quick.
Wonderful. That's been carried.
Yay.
So now we have, this is the fun part, election of the inaugural committee. So president nominee is Fiona Cable. Who votes that Fiona Cable is to be president?
Woohoo! Woo!
Yeah, everyone. Yeah,
Unanimous.
yay! I'm in. I'm in. But wonderful.
Congratulations.
So, yay! I'm the president of Conscious Women Connect. Um, the secretary,
Congratulations.
we have a nomination. It is Liga Walters. Who says yay?
For secretary? Is it?
For secretary, yeah. And Joe, I put your name under treasurer just because I needed a name there. But
Okay. Like,
I don't know if anyone else wants to put their hand up as a nominee for treasurer. We will need one. So these are the three that we absolutely need to have. And bearing in mind, so when the grant is ours, because it's coming, we will have that will go into our bank account. So we'll get that $20,000. And then obviously as we spend that money, that will have to be logged. And that's what the treasurer does. So the treasurer would know what's going out, and it's literally like we spend an invoice and you say what went out and what came in. And that's what the treasurer's job is basically. It's just looking at the bank account and lodging things. That's my understanding of it. So does anybody like to nominate themselves as
so
treasurer?
I'm comfortable with spreadsheets. Like I've done it's not my love, but like I feel like it's my edge as well. So I'd be happy
Yeah.
to
Well,
yeah.
for now, I think you're quite comfortable. If we suddenly got like $100,000 grant and we're like doing loads of projects, it might get a bit more complicated. But hey, let's cross that bridge when we come to it, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we have a nomination of Joe Black for treasurer. Who says yay?
Yay.
Yay.
Wonderful. We
Oh my
have
God, I
an
got
elected committee, everyone.
That's awesome.
So now we move to appointment of the public officer. So public officer is basically the person that's going to fill out the 82 form that's going to go and be sent to the Australian thing that they said we have to send it to. And then that's a yearly thing. I think every time we do the AGM and we've got our like finalized AGM paper. So it's basically an admin back end role that's got absolutely nothing to do with the committee or the membership. So I have put my hand up to be public officer. Would anybody like to second that Fiona Cable is now the public officer of Conscious Women Connect Incorporated?
I will.
Yep, thank you, Jane. Carried. Then membership fees. So for at the moment, my recommendation is we have no membership fee for the first year at this stage. And that the motion is that there will be no annual membership fee until otherwise determined by the committee, of which we will work on that as we move forward. Does anybody have, first of all, does anybody have anything they want to say about that, or questions or a different thought process? Beautiful. We will probably come back to this as we get to a point where we're, when everyone knows the money's going back into it, I think it'll be really different. Would anybody like to second that there is no membership fee at this stage?
I will.
Oh, I'm going to do Angela. Just putting a different person for each one.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what we do. We collaborate, right?
Yeah.
Carried. And our financial year, confirming that our financial year of the association will end on the 30th of June each year. So our next financial year will end in 12 months' time on the 30th of June 2027. Would anybody like to second that motion? Thanks, Debbie. Authority to lodge the incorporation application. So the motion is that the public officer, which is myself, be authorised to complete and lodge Form A2 and any associated documentation required by New South Wales Fair Trading. Would anybody like to second that? Yep, now, thank you. So initial priorities for us as an association. is so I've just got a few down here, and again, it's probably going to be a work in progress. So the first thing is once we get the forms back, is opening a bank account because that's where the grant needs to be deposited when it's won. So I will do that once we get the forms back. And then I will apply for an ABN for Conscious Women Connect through as an association. I will transfer any relevant assets or records to the association. So if we achieve the grant has money in it for the platform. That money will then be the invoice of the platform, which I've paid, will then be paid to me, and I will transfer the platform as an asset to Conscious Women Connect. Does that make sense? And then anything else after that will be owned by the association. Developing key governance policies, which I'm sure ChatGPT can help us with. And anyone else that wants to do that side of it. I mean, we're all a bit intuitive, flowing women here. But some of us might have those beautiful skills. Progress the ACNC registration when appropriate if we decide to move down that road. Potentially, as an incorporated association, we may end up going into be charitable status or not for profit. So it's like this is like a stepping stone to the next thing. And then if we went into not for profit or a charitable organization, then we can actually appoint roles, as in like paid roles. But at the moment, we don't. The only way we could do it is we get grant funding that comes in that maybe pays specifically for a contractor, and then that contractor invoices Conscious Women Connect. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So at this stage, we will purely be just working from whatever funding comes in and agreeing what's going out. And we will continue growing Conscious Women Connect across the Northern Rivers and beyond. Does anyone have anything that they would like to add to the initial priorities of Conscious Women Connect for now? No?
I think you've covered it.
Lovely. And there's no formal motion required for that because that is purely a speculation right now. So that's it. That's the formalities. And I think what's really powerful about this, again, having you all here, but it's like this shared commitment to protecting this community. And we are just seeing so much good coming out of this, belonging, connection, support. Like people's lives are changing. I have literally seen life saving things happening in the last 2 weeks with women that are coming through Conscious Women Connect. This isn't something small anymore. This is saving lives, and this is why we do this. So I'm so grateful for you all, but we don't have to jump off. If everyone's happy to leave, or we can just hang out and get excited and chat.
Can I just
take a
ask
screenshot before we go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a screenshot being done. Yeah.
Right. You ready,
about-
everyone?
can
Stay
we-
with
Okay, well, and then Jane, I'll ask you. Can ask. We'll just
Put a
do
video
one
on?
quick. Yay, Debbie, I love it. And Jane, you had something to add?
Yeah. Should you have ordinary board members?
No, not for an association.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So essentially what they need, we need to have, you can have a committee up to 5. So we can look at that if we want more people on the committee. So that's president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and then two ordinary committee members, which is at 6. So that doesn't make sense. But you can have 5 to 7, I think it is, in an incorporated association. And what they require is that 5 members meet which is to agree that the constitution is adopted and that we're going to incorporate. But out of those 5 members, 3 of them would have had to be the president, the secretary, and the treasurer. We then need to have 4 meetings a year, and one of them would be the AGM.
Okay, but you don't need there to be certain people that come all the time.
No.
No.
No, and like it says, I think it's you have to have a minimum of 3 people show up, and then that's a quorum, which means the meeting can go ahead. But I don't think we'll have that problem. I think most men will be like, "Yay, let's go and have a chat for like let's do the do the boring bit and then hang out for a while." So yeah, it's a bit of formalities, but really at the end of the day, this is just giving us a framework for more funding. So I can give you a little bit of what happened. And Jane, I haven't even spoken to you about this. So Jane incredibly put me in touch with these 3 amazing women that work for YWCA in Gunnellabar. And so a lot of the work that they do is communities for children capacity building. So they're working with women with domestic violence, and they're basically supporting communities. And so I went in there with my workplace, empowering women program, and I probably spoke about it for about 2 seconds before Conscious Women Connect came up. And then for an hour, they were just fascinated. They wanted to know everything about it. I then ended up getting out my spreadsheet that I'd put in for the grant, which has all of this incredible information in that we've been given by the women as they join, telling us what the need is, or the participant stories that some of you have amazingly done, the host stories. Like, it tells the most compelling story, and it also shows the need, the what we're doing, to the outcome, like the capability. Like, it's just amazing, really. And so they were like, okay, so first of all, there's Place Australia, which is a really brand new organisation which helps place-based communities, community organisations or community initiatives. And like, that's exactly what we are. We're place-based. I'm like, I haven't even looked at the website yet. It's just all been very overwhelming. But like, they're able to connect me and us in with all of these different things that I didn't even know existed. They're starting to think about their own programs that they're building out for their things, which immediately they were like, well, this is great. One of them was even like, oh, maybe I could come and host. I'm like, it just touches so many of because we have community, connection, and friendship is the top 3 things that come up the most when people put their need in. And that's a really, really high thing on a lot of community sector things that they're trying to build out, because they know that connection and community is the loneliness kind of, medicine, really. And the impact of loneliness in the world, or in Australia, like on the healthcare system and all that, is so massive. And I think it's the number 1 cause of depression is social isolation. But what is really powerful is that we produce psychologically safe spaces. And that came out of me going, well, I'm just going to look at the hosts. I'm going to look at their qualifications, their background, their lived experience, their skills. And what I pulled together was so amazing. And I'm like, wow, look at what we have in the women that hold the space. And then I'm like, we're trauma aware, we're psychologically safe, like all these buzzwords that are flying around that mean that that's why women come into these spaces and they walk away feeling like, oh my gosh, I just feel like my nervous system just had a minute for the first time in so long. And that's really rare. So we've kind of done this accidentally. I don't know. Is it anything an accident, or is it it's just we've drawn the energy in of the right thing? But it's really, really powerful to have 2 years of this and 2 years of data,
2 years tomorrow,
and then go out and say, oh, could you fund this now?
Yeah.
So I feel like the next step for me is I will be sitting in front of a lot of people. I will be, because when you get me talking about this, I can sell this. I could sell an ice to an Eskimo once I start talking about Conscious Women Connect. League is the same. We're like, we're so full of inspiration, and the energy comes across. And so it just seems to me that there's, like, I feel it in my bones now. It's a deep knowing that this is going to be so much bigger than any of us first thought, and it will probably become like a program that's run around the world, around Australia, and we're all part of that, the first
First
step.
step.
So yeah, so there was lots that went on yesterday.
I'll have to talk to you about that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love it.
very good.
So if anyone else want to jump in with anything?
Can I just ask, what was the name of the grant? Was it given in?
The actual name was Empowering Women and Girls, and it was through the Women's Giving Circle that sits under the Northern Rivers Community Foundation. And they also have another grant round in August, and they have a women's component to that. So once we've won the first one, we'll go for the second one, then we'll win that one.
We'll win them all. Yeah.
And there's philanthropic as well, which we haven't even thought about, but there is so much of that out there. And Mel, you got me thinking this morning. I'm going to look up Bill Gates' ex-wife, and I'm going to find out what she looks like. And I'm going to visualize her finding me.
Yeah.
So apparently she wants to give all
Good
the
at
money
all
away.
sorts of charities.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's like dirty money.
Oh.
Let's give it away and make it you. So I'm
Try
like,
and
how can I
undo
get
some of
into
the
her
damage
field?
that her ex has done.
that sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is all about networking now, I think. And so anyone that knows of anyone that sits in any kind of connecting role, let's send them my way, or let me know and I'll reach out.
Chat to Vanessa
Yeah.
when you see her next. Yeah.
What does Vanessa do?
She's on the board of 7 organizations at the moment.
Okay.
I won't name the main one because that's quite hated in the Northern Rivers. She might not be there forever. But she's also on the board of a bunch of different organisations as well. So Cricket Australia, Women's Cricket, the rest are all listed companies.
Okay.
So she knows people.
Yeah, exactly. That's the starting point, right? It's just chatting. I can chat.
Yeah. And she knows you, so she's in the Women's Giving Circle, so she
I know. I love that. I need to try and I've stumbled into you, Vanessa. Let's have a chat. How are
She's
you?
away for the next 3 weeks though, so
Okay.
when she gets back.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good one. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
So the communities for children, they feel they've got place for you. They've got.
Look, there wasn't anything definitive that came out of there, but I think that Lisa was like, you could see she was starting to think about how could this flow in. She was like, there might even be a program that this can kind of feed into.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sent her the whole grant application and all the supporting documents today. And I think Rosalie immediately joined Conscious Women Connect, so I went and let her in. Was it one of them did anyway? Didn't answer the questions, Liga, for goodness sake. But she didn't even agree to the rules, but I'm like, you're allowed in. I know you are.
Yeah, well, she's well known around the area, so she's a good one to let in.
Yeah. So thank you. I'm super grateful for that. And that again, it's like joining the dots. That didn't come from me wanting to go and talk about Conscious Women Connect at all. But I ended up there anyway.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Do you have any questions? There's a few hosts on here, Angela. Do you have any questions about hosting?
Well, yeah, I said to Fiona, I want to start just with a coffee and fortnightly, to see, yeah, just the interest, I guess, and the women what they're wanting. Did any Can anyone share how you started? Did anyone sort of start with just a coffee, like more in more of a morning sort of, yeah, weekday kind of
Well,
event?
that's how it originally started,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Gee, yeah.
yeah.
Thursday morning at William Street. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what sort of times, what time, how long would the women expect to be having a
I
coffee
think
for?
I think an
Good
hour and a
times.
half to two
Yeah.
hours, just
Okay.
blocking that time out, and it whether it goes that long or even goes over, that's about enough time. And we do it at very early morning, and then we do a
Yeah.
lunch. The lunch can often drag on and on and on until like 2:30, 3 o'clock. So, um, but it's what I always suggest to hosts is whatever works for you.
Mm.
Create what works for you, and the women will come to that. And if they can't make it, then it's not now, and that's okay.
And
Um,
I think the good thing about it too is not having a time structure on it. So, if you can't get there, like for instance, ours is 6:30, but if you can't get there at 6:30, it's fine to get there at 7:30 or
Yeah.
8 or
That's a
whenever,
good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I
feels
think it's
good.
just not to put any pressure on people that
That
they've got to
feels
arrive
good.
at a certain
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
yeah, I like
I
that.
love that too about
Mm.
it. Yeah. I also really like that the Lennox one, because I sometimes get to the Alstonville one, but not always, because it eats into the workday too much. So I love that the Thursday morning one is like people who can't get to any of the others that are throughout the working day. The Thursday morning one, most people can get to, or because
And
it's
what time did you offer that from? Did you say 6:30 a.m. or?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
never there at 6:30.
well, because I'm an early person, so
Yeah.
it's not hard for me. Like I like to be up for sunrise, so um, I'm often down there at 5 to catch sunrise before I then go in for my coffee after my meditation on the beach kind of thing. Um, so it's really about what works for you that you can consistently hold that means that you're not putting pressure on yourself. And then the other thing that's really important is you're putting your energy out there that it's happening. Because I really notice the hosts that do drop it into the chat and mention it again and do a quick video in the group, they're building their communities a lot quicker
Yeah,
than the hosts that are sort of like relying on or just relying on the weekly email that goes out. It's not as strong. It doesn't build as fast. It doesn't mean that it doesn't build, but I shout about mine a lot. So they're really well known, and that's just normal marketing, right? Getting yourself out there. I'll also give you a flyer, so you can use that flyer digitally, or you can, whatever cafe or restaurant you connect with, you can ask if you can put that up, and they should probably be fine with it because it will be bringing people into their
yeah, great.
establishment. So
Yeah, I was going to ask about a flyer. Wonderful. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was
just where would be the closest one? So I'm going to be offering that in my Wollumbar. Where is the next closest? Is there anything at Kingscliff, Cabarita,
Ocean
Pottsville, or
Shores
Ocean
or New
Shores?
Brighton. New Brighton's really close to Ocean Shores, isn't it? Yeah. So that just started this week.
Great. Yeah.
And she got three. She got three come on Wednesday, which was lovely. That was really nice.
I was going to add as well, like just to what you were saying, Fiona, like just with that dropping in a video, like I've had people just show up to mine, purely from that one video that I posted either that morning or the day before. And they may not have necessarily said that they were coming, but because I put that post in, they showed up and they saw that. And they don't always see it in the events, because I've been asking my people if they see the event page, and typically not. It's more when I post in actual Conscious Women Connect that people see that, or in the group chat. Yeah, but I find
Yeah, and that because that's a major issue with Facebook, that it's so buried, the notifications of the events, and that's why Liga and I started doing this weekly what's on email, because and like putting it into the chat, and like I have to do so many touch points because Facebook makes it so incredibly difficult to stay on top of it, and we have so many events that it is confusing. So then we were like, oh, we're going to have to like manually make it clear what's happening each week, because some of them are fortnightly, some of them every 3 weeks, some of them are weekly. It's like too many cognitive bits. But if you're talking about your event, then it's top of mind. And the local community groups as well. So whatever community groups you've got up in Murwillumbah, pop it in there too.
I noticed that because I'm in most of the Northern Rivers community groups, so I often see your posts in all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a massive pest in those groups.
It's good to see. Great.
I've got to go put my little one to bed and then myself to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, me too.
I also have to go. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming,
Thank you.
Liga.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys. I love you all
Thank
so
you.
much.
I know, it's the best.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Happy
you.
reading, everyone. Yay.
And stop recording.